Hi, folks. I'm Jamie Hiles.
I'm Lydia Judy.
I'm the D-Man, Derek Lemaster.
This is Screen Bloody Movies, the podcast where we review a horror movie each week. And tonight, we're experiencing terror at 20,000 feet and on the ground in Wes Craven's Red Eye. But first, before we get into it, how are you guys doing tonight?
Doing good. How about you guys?
I'd give it a 6.
Yeah, that's about right. You know, there's some days that are 4s, but for the most part, yeah. You know, whenever we rank something 4 out of 10, I feel like I'm Bret Hart. Because
Yeah.
he gives every match that doesn't involve him a 4 out of 10. Triple H's matches are always 4 out of 10, every single one. It's hilarious. But guys, like I said, we are doing Wes Craven's 2005 thriller, Red Eye. And Lydia, you have seen this before, yes? This isn't your first watch.
Right.
When was your first time watching this?
Oh, man. I probably saw it in 2011 or 2012. Probably 2012. I saw this for the first time. My cousin had it on DVD, and she was like,
excellent.
"Here, watch this. I think you'll probably like it." And I was like, "Okay." And I did really like it. Spoilers.
Yeah. Derek, this is a first watch for you, yes?
Sure is.
Did you even know this movie existed?
Yeah, I remember seeing the trailer for it. I just never got around to watching it. And that was a sad day for me, to be honest with you.
Yeah. This is not my first watch either. Obviously, it's a Wes Craven movie. But I didn't get to go to the theater and see this. But when it came out on DVD, I did rent it when it first came out and watched it. I've seen it only a handful of times. It's not one that I own, and it's not one that I've watched, 20 times. It's not Nightmare or Shocker, when it comes to Wes Craven or Scream. But I have seen it a couple times, but I hadn't seen this, guys, in easily 15 years. It's been a while.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe 10 years. It's been a long time. I haven't seen it in at least a decade. So the big beats I remembered, but there's some stuff I forgot and was pleasantly surprised with some stuff. So, yeah, let's get into it then. First of all, let's talk about the concept. Like the setup, I think, is kind of ingenious, right? It's a great idea for a thriller. To contain it it's always good when you contain a thriller in an enclosed space, and it's been done on planes before, trains, buses, but there's something about an airplane that is particularly harrowing, because unlike those other places, there's nowhere to go. You can't get off. You can't stop.
Yep.
Like a bus, you can theoretically stop the bus and jump off. A train, same thing. An airplane, you jump off, you're either falling to your death or you're parachuting. So what do you guys think of like the setup of a woman being kind of accosted on an airplane, and especially the way this is, where she's like given this terrible ultimatum and is stuck with this kind of in this situation?
Yeah, I think it serves really well in the fact that it's commercial, right? So you're not going to be jumping out of this plane. She kind of doesn't have anywhere to go. And he has extreme leverage on her because there's a guy outside of her dad's house who's ready to take him out if she doesn't cooperate. So she's in a pickle for sure.
Yeah. Airplane movies give me more anxiety than than most movies anyways, but like an airplane thriller, as always, you're just like on the edge of your seat. I think the only thing worse for me would be like an underwater thriller horror movie, that's the only thing worse for me, just for personal fear purposes. But airplanes are
Yeah.
terrifying.
Yeah, it's because you're literally in a metal tube, 20,000 feet above the air, flying at hundreds of miles per hour. It is kind of wild when you
It
think
is
about it. When you
wild.
stop and think about like just the
It's
concept of air travel is kind of crazy.
Yeah, and, like, you're surrounded by a ton of people, and everyone is just, like, pretty casual, and it's just, like, it's not a situation where you should be casual. It's just so out of place
But
for humans to be.
yeah, I mean we've become accustomed to it now. But
Yeah.
yeah, could you imagine like people like Amelia Earhart doing those freaking and
Mm-mm.
Charles Lindbergh doing those manned flights? You're like, I don't know about all that.
Yeah.
Um, yeah. So let's talk about like our our leads real fast. Let's talk about the acting in this movie, and then we'll get into the Wes Craven of it all and what have you. But I think the performances in this movie are really good. Rachel McAdams. Let's start with her because she's our lead. She's incredible in this movie. I mean, she's always incredible, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
She's just so
Yeah.
good in this. What do you think of her
This
character, guys?
this movie made me love her so much. When I first saw this movie, I was like, "Oh my gosh, she's amazing." And I think I had probably seen, like, The Notebook or something,
Hmm.
but this
Wedding
one,
Crashers,
I
maybe.
was well, not as much that one for me, but yeah, like, yeah, I just really her acting in this is so incredible.
Yeah,
What do
she's
you think,
very
Derek?
versatile as an actress, and she's just gorgeous.
Yeah,
So yeah, I mean, she plays this role, really well, as she does pretty much anything that she's in, and
yeah,
it doesn't hurt that she is opposite Cillian Murphy. So
yeah. Of course, we'll talk about him in a second. No, I love. Yeah, I mean, she's great as always, and I really love her character. Um, I think she's really interesting because she's a hotel manager, Lisa, and she's got like this kind of really stressful job, and she's kind of dealing with some trauma that we find out about later in the movie, and she's also dealing with her grandmother just passed, so she's dealing with the death in a family, and this really high pressure situation where there's a very important person, this VIP, which is a politician, is coming to her hotel, so she's kind of responsible for it. So she's got all of this kind of going on, and then she meets this really interesting, cute guy who's like kind of chatting her up and stuff. And she's like, at first, really not interested because she's kind of focused. And she's like, oh, you know what? Why not? And then she starts to like him. They start flirting. They get a good banter. And then the other shoe drops and she's just stuck in this fucking impossible situation, which leads us to her co-star and nemesis, Jackson Ripner, played by Cillian Murphy. He's awesome too, guys. He's great. Like always. Never has a bad performance.
no, it. I did hear some behind the scenes stuff, a little bit about him. He really wanted to play this role, so he flew to Hollywood, I think, California, to meet with Wes Craven before, like 2 days before his wedding. He wanted to play this role so badly. But and I think Wes Craven said he hired him because of his eyes.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, he's
But
got super piercing eyes. He's always has. And they play really well in a role like this because that's what's interesting about Cillian Murphy is his eyes are so unique and expressive that they could be used for both good and evil, right? Like, I mean, he could
yeah,
play somebody like Jackson Ripner or the Scarecrow in the Batman movies, and you're like, oh yeah, he's a slimy little bastard. But then he can play, heroic parts, and he can play, you know, Oppenheimer and just blow us off the screen, and we
hmm
feel this empathy. Yeah, he's just incredible.
well, and the thing that really, I knew this about him going into this movie, but the a huge strength that he has is he can flip that switch,
Mhm.
right? And each side of that coin, he plays so well. Like when he's kind of like, flirting with her, and he's just kind of easygoing, and he's just, charming her a little bit. But then when he flips it and he gets serious, like it's a great like metamorphosis into that character. He does a great job. Some people can't pull
Yeah,
that off.
no. And what's also great about it is, like, the first bit of this movie plays like a meet cute rom-com,
Yeah,
basically.
Mm-hmm.
sure
Like, the
does.
tone is kind of light, and their banter is witty and fun, and you're kind of like, I'm rooting for these two. I mean, we don't, because we know what the premise of the movie is, but still, it's just like, oh yeah, I could see in another world these two would make great leads for a romantic comedy. Like,
Mm-hmm.
this is great. And then all of a sudden he drops that hammer, when he's like, oh, I'm just getting you to talk about your dad, so you have him fresh on your memory, because if you don't do what I say, he's gonna die. And you're just like, holy shit. And then from
Well,
there he turns into a shark.
even before that, like when they're at the bar and she's like, they're kind of getting to know each other. We find out later he knows a lot about her.
Yep.
But she like asks him a question, and it's such an awkward response that the assumption is that he's joking, but I don't know if he was joking. She was like, "Oh, something." Oh, because it was his name.
Yeah, I killed my
Yeah,
parents. Yeah.
and oh yeah, I killed my parents, which is a throwaway comment. Which, by the way, is just kind of a weird comment to make. I don't
Yeah,
care.
that was a joke, I feel, but it's supposed to show the level of menace that he has underneath.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, for
Like an
sure.
undercurrent of menace. And he shows it also with the guy at the when they're in line, and the
Mm-hmm.
one guy's being an asshole,
Mm-hmm.
and he's like talking to him calmly, but he's showing that like the way he grabs his arm and the
Yep.
way he looks into his eyes, and the dude's like, I don't think I want to mess with this guy.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I
He
get
seems
that
kind of
vibe.
yeah.
Danger.
And then once he flips and turns into that shark, man, the tension just ratchets up to 11 in this
Yep.
movie, and it kind of doesn't let off. Like, it kind of, pardon the pun, soars at that point. Like, it's just like, and what's really cool is it would be really hard to set the movie, a 90-minute movie set on the airplane the entire time without her alerting somebody. You know what I mean? So
Mm-hmm.
they wisely have it for basically the second act is all on the airplane,
Yeah.
leading into your third act. And I love the little play betweens that they have, like the way they ratchet up the tension, her attempts to escape, like writing in the book, um, and then her going to the bathroom and writing on the mirror. All of that stuff is like cool stuff that, ways to get attention, try to her talking on the phone and it cutting out and her pretending that it's still going.
Mm-hmm.
And, him realizing that fucking one idiot's like, yeah, that's gonna help it, guy. What are you doing?
Yeah.
But yeah, what do you guys think of all of that? Their interactions there, because they're so good, especially when he freaking headbutts her, knocks her out
Mm-hmm.
after she does the book. That whole book scene is super tense.
Yeah. Yeah. My heart was beating so hard throughout this movie. I couldn't calm myself down. I was like, this movie is so good. It literally has me stressed out right now.
Dude, yeah, like she's writing in it, and then she's trying to hide it from him. He's looking, and you don't know if he saw it or not. And then he comes back and he's like, why'd you, this could have been easy. Why'd you do that? I guess I'm going to have to find that book, and knocks her out. Then we get to
Mm-hmm.
fake out that we think he killed the old lady,
Yeah.
but she's just asleep. He just stole it from her when she fucking took her normal nap because she's
Yeah.
87.
Yeah. And he walks by her later and is like, "Did you lose something?" And she's like, "Yeah, my book."
Yeah.
By the way, and I want to see if you agree with me on this or not. There's other than how it turned out, there's no way she gets out of this alive.
Right. It's going to be like, there's a very good chance that he kills her either way.
Mm-hmm.
And there's definitely
Well,
a good chance that he kills the dad either, because she's seen him. She knows what he looks like.
Yep, she's seen him. But also, like, there is going to be, like, let's say it all plays out the way that he expects it to play out. There's going to be an investigation. They're going to know that she phoned the one lady and asked
Well,
for the
she would
request.
100%. She would 100% after it was over. She wasn't taken. She would 100% have turned him in, or
Oh, for
said,
sure.
"Hey, this happened
But
for sure."
but even if like she tried to just play, like they're going to investigate it. They're going to know she's going to get questioned. So yeah, I mean, and she's seen his face. If she
Yeah.
doesn't take care of business, I'm afraid that business was going to take care of her.
Yeah.
Do you
So
think she would be in trouble for like complying with a terrorist in that situation?
no, no, that's an
No,
extenuating circumstance. I absolutely don't. She's being
there's no
coerced.
jury that would convict her for sure.
Correct.
Okay. That was
Correct.
a
No
thought. I was
jury
like, I
in the
have
world.
never heard of
Yeah, no
this
jury in the
happening.
world
So,
would say convict her, especially since she went out of her way to stop it from happening later.
well, yeah,
Yeah.
Nope,
that's
nobody
redeeming
died. So
for sure.
yeah,
But if they would have been like, this is your
dude,
fault.
when she's in the bathroom and he's realizing that she's taking too long in there, so he breaks in and sees her writing the message, which is a great idea as well. Writing the message on the mirror, and he freaking is choking her out. That scene is so good and so intense.
Mm-hmm.
Like, he's such a prick. You're just like, oh my god, man, I can't wait for you to fucking die. Hope she fucks your shit up sometime. It's so good. Like the way he has it, and she's like, I can't breathe, and he's wipes it off and everything, and he says thanks for the quickie. And then when the freaking
Yeah.
woman's like, this isn't a hotel, he just kind of like smirks at her or whatever. Like a
Yeah.
creepy
Yeah.
asshole.
Yeah.
It's so good.
You know,
He just
one
keeps
thing I
getting
do want
away
to
with
call
everything.
out.
Yeah, he does.
What's that?
One thing I do want to call out, and this is going to be kudos to Wes.
Yeah, we'll get to Wes in a little bit.
It's this movie easily could have a lot of fucking holes in it with like the whole premise and being on a plane. Like this movie it's hard to find a flaw. Like it's all fairly plausible. You know what I mean? Like it's not like it's an unbelievable, like he doesn't put the characters in unbelievable situations. Like it plays pretty well. I was very pleased by that.
Yeah, I mean, it gets a little crazier in the third act, but you have to
For
to
sure.
ratchet
Yeah,
up
yeah.
this is the ratchet up shit.
Yeah, I meant
But
specifically like on the plane, just because
no,
of
the plane, they do a good job of like the way they juggle it to make it like
Mhm.
especially like the way he's hiding her from the stewardesses and having
Mhm.
her keep her mouth shut and all this sort of stuff. The way they're kind of juggling all that
Yep.
is really good. And then she waits till they're about to land before she attacks him with the pin that the kid's missing and stabs him in the throat. What do you guys think of that? How she
Oh,
stabs
it's
him in the throat with a
great.
pin.
It's such a memorable moment. Like, of all the things I remember of this movie, it's just that blue pen sticking out of his throat while he's running around trying to catch her.
Yeah, it's so good, right? You
Yeah.
hear him wheezing and breathing, and
Mhm.
It's scary and gross and
yeah, it's all those things.
I really
It's
loved that she took charge of the situation, right? And this
yeah,
goes back to the trauma that she experienced, and she's
right.
not going to let that happen again.
We finally understand what happened, that she
Mhm.
was accosted, and a knife was, which is a polite word of saying she was assaulted, and she had a knife to her throat. We see the scar. And then yeah, so she says, what I was thinking during that time, and he's like, oh, that you have no control. And she said, no, that I'm never gonna let it happen again, and just fucking stabs him in the throat with that pen. You're just like, yes, excellent. You mentioned it a little bit earlier, Derek. Like, he's been following her for such a long time, and we kind of find that out when he starts naming stuff. And I love, like, he tries to do that trick, say, oh, well, you need a sea breeze or whatever. And she
Mhm.
ordered a different drink at the bar, And he said, "I've been following you for 8 fucking weeks, and you never ordered anything but a sea breeze." And you're just like,
Mhm.
God, man, that's wild. We also need to mention Brian Cox as her dad, because I love Brian Cox, and every time
I
we
do
can
too.
get some Brian Cox in a movie, that's always a win, right?
Mhm.
And he plays like such a dad in this movie. He's such a dad, like
Mhm.
sleeping on the chair, and you know, he's a recently divorced dad, so it's good stuff. Cracks me up. Let, let's talk about Wes real fast, really, because all the plane stuff is excellent too. Obviously, all the plane stuff's the best stuff, but what's so good about this movie is not only the way that Wes just builds and ratchets the tension, but the shot selection is excellent
Mhm.
in this movie. And there's so many dynamic, cool camera moves that that are in this thing by he and cinematographer Robert Yeoman. Like, there's some great, like, just dynamic moves in the airplane to just give us some movement because we're in such a confined space, so it feels lively. Because the movie's never boring, you know. And during all of that high tension stuff, it ratchets it up when she leaves the plane, and we get this excellent chase scene. I actually made a note when I was watching it of is Wes Craven the master of the chase? Because we get the excellent chase here, and then we get the whole scene in the house. I think is a fucking master class in suspense horror filmmaking, right?
Mm-hmm.
For sure. Yeah, and also using your environment.
Yeah, they do a lot of funny. And Wes, of course, injects this movie with a lot of humor too. There's some good funny bits here. I love when she sits down with the girls to like act. She's like,
Mhm.
"Oh, I'm with this. I'm doing this," and they're like, "Who the hell are you?" And she's off. He's
Gone.
gone
Yeah,
already. And it's so intense when she just makes the tram, and he's like pissed off. And I love the shot of
that's such a good
her
shot.
standing in the window and him standing there watching her. It's so good, isn't it?
She's like, "I got
Excellent
you."
stuff. Yeah. She has his phone because he goes to call and realizes that he doesn't have it. And she, calls the hotel first and says, "You got to move him out of there." The one nitpick I have about this movie, and there's not many, is that the bad guy's plan is fucking ridiculously stupid. Their plan is to move him to this room and blow it up with a rocket launcher. They go through all of this precision just to fucking use a hammer at the end of the day. Fucking cracks me up. It's so funny.
That is pretty funny.
I overlooked it.
No, it's not like a problem I have with the movie. It doesn't take me out of the movie, but it is fucking
Mhm.
hilarious when you think about it, isn't it? It's like
I
this,
mean, it is.
like
Yeah, it is.
clockwork, and then they're like, rocket launcher. And also, by the way, uh, the National or the fucking Coast Guard that they had search the boat, the
Mhm.
worst fucking searchers in the history of the planet. How did they miss the box with the giant fucking rocket launcher in it?
It's in the water.
Oh, that's right. They pull it out. But
Yeah.
still, come
It's
on.
not No,
It's
it's
still hilarious.
you know,
Clever
they make
assassins.
comments. Yeah, they made a couple of comments like they wanted it to be very public. They wanted it to be messy.
Yeah,
It was to
they
send a
do.
message, but I mean, I
Yeah.
get where you're coming from. It is kind of like, oh, there's nothing else you could have done.
You couldn't have snuck a person as a hotel staff and snuck a bomb into the room. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, no, I've got the best clean getaway. We're going to be the lone boat in the middle of the water, and we're going to pull a fucking rocket launcher out, blow it up, and then try to run away. It's the best. I love it so much. But it does lead to a great bit where, Lisa's on the phone with her employee, the front desk woman. What's her name? Cynthia. She's on the phone with her saying, "Hey, you gotta move them. There's people are gonna die. You got to get them out of there. Pull the fire alarm." So she does, and they're trying to get everybody out. And we get that, and that tense moment where they're trying to make it out before it blows up, and we get a great practical explosion. Great stuff. We love that shit. all day, every day here. What do you guys think of that sequence?
That explosion was so nice.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. Agreed. I'd be finding a different job. Who knew hotel hospitality could be so dangerous?
No shit. The sequence is well done. It's suspenseful.
Mhm.
You're biting, you're racing against the clock. You're kind of biting your fingernails. But really, man, the good stuff is her going to the house, to save her dad.
Yeah.
And, she sees the assassin outside and just runs him over. Like runs him over. He starts shooting at her and she's like, ah! And just fucking wrecks him. Then we get the chase scene when Jackson shows up. Guys, I think this whole chase in the house is excellent.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, this is really where it shined, where he played with his environment, and I felt it really played very well. It wasn't messy.
No, there's a really great bit where you're made to think that he's in the shower waiting
Mhm.
for her.
Yeah.
Because the way we get a shot from in the shower, and then you're like waiting for him to come out of the shower, and then she clocks the shower, and you're like, oh, he's either going to be in there or he's not, and then she swipes it, he's not, and then you think he's going to come around the corner, but he doesn't, and then when Wes makes him right behind the door, and you're just like, oh, you son of a bitch, that's good. That's just good, blocking. Excellent blocking, right? And it's like it's like a screen chase. It's so good.
Mm-hmm.
I just love it. What do you think, Lydia?
Yeah, I agree. It does feel like a screen chase. Except I have to say, when I first saw this movie, I had no idea that Wes Craven was the director or anything like that. And I had never seen the trailer. So I really
Oh,
had no idea what this movie
you went
was
in blind,
about.
yeah.
I went in blind and it was so worth it. It's like, of course it's a Wes Craven movie. Like, how did I not know that? It's so obvious. He's the
Yeah.
master. He's so good with
Yeah.
that shower fake out. And the fact that she is like such an athlete and she's like just gonna fight to the death. Like,
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
the police, when she calls the police and they're like, lock yourself in a room, and she's like, yeah, no, I got this.
Yeah, fuck that. And, she takes him out pretty good. Like, they have a good drag out fight.
Mm-hmm.
Then he eventually throws her over the banister. She's reaching for the gun and she points it at him, and he acts like he thinks she's not going to shoot him. Like, you don't have it in you kind of thing. And she fucking just pops one off right on him. And he's like, oh my God.
Yeah.
So then he
This is
attacks
after
her.
she just like beat the shit out of him with. That wasn't lacrosse. What was it? Either way, she beat the shit out of him with a stick.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then like beat the shit out of him with it. And then he, so she shoots him, and then he goes to attack her. The gun, gets rid of the gun, and then her dad like fucking guns him down. And we're kind of
which
left
is such a
to-
great moment.
It is. It's very, you're because he knocks Brian Cox out earlier in the movie and says he's still alive because I want him to watch me kill you. And you're like, God, what a fucking psychopath. And the fate of Jackson is can be up in the air because we see him laying there with a bullet wound. And he, clearly probably died, but we don't know. We don't like see him like.
That's true.
Well, he's dead, so he's probably dead.
Probably.
But yeah, and then the actual ending, we get this fun little like callback to the beginning, because the movie opens with these two fucking just unbearable Karens, these giant assholes that just bitch about every single thing. And Lisa is a people pleaser, so she does everything she can to please, especially the customers who are always right. She said, well, customers aren't assholes, they're just challenging.
Special needs.
Yeah, just challenging. So at the end, when they come and start complaining about, well, we had set off the sprinklers and there's just leaky faucet on this stuff, and you're like, a man and his family were just almost assassinated. What are you fucking talking about? And so I love when she says you can fill out a comment card and then you can shove it up your ass.
Yeah,
It's such a great moment. It's so
it
earned. You
is.
love it.
Yeah.
It's so funny. And then they're like, oh. She's like, oh,
Yeah.
hey, that's pretty good.
She's like,
Um,
everyone has just gone through some stuff and you guys are just horrible and I'm sick of it.
yeah,
Yep.
I'm just done. There's a great moment when they're in the when they're on the plane and she makes the call because she's thinking it's a life for a life. You know what I mean? Like I've got to do what I got to do. And then once she finds out that his family is involved, that the kids are going to be there,
Yep.
that changes the whole game. Um, and he says, "Look, I don't condone what happens, but it's not my job. I'm just here to facilitate what's going on." Blah blah blah. And she's like, "Well, you shouldn't have, told me that the kids were there because now I'm going to do everything I can to stop it."
Yeah.
Like she wanted to stop it anyway, but now it's a whole different ball game.
Yeah.
Um, so I thought that was a good moment. And also it's funny that her dad makes her read self-help books, and it was fucking Dr. Phil. Such a
Oh man,
Yeah.
2005 thing. Get the fuck
it
out of here with Dr.
did
Oh,
not
yeah.
age
BS.
well for sure.
No. You need to get real. Except for me, I'm not a real doctor. Haven't been for fucking 20 years. Get out of here.
Yeah.
But yeah, that shit's funny. Anything else you guys want to touch on? I
One thing I
missed?
wanna note. You had
Uh-huh.
mentioned it in the plane, like some of the dynamic scenes. There was a shot that they like went over the head of the passengers and like
Mhm.
came in onto the two of them. Like that shot was kind of magical.
Oh yeah, there's a couple of them. There's also one
Yeah, that
where
one
they're
stood
in
out
the
for
where
sure.
they're in the where they're in there, and we go down another aisle this way and kind of swing around to them. Because there's the one where we're over them and we zoom in on them. Then there's one where we kind of swing around and we kind of end up with their profile. It's great. Yeah, there's quite a few of those. And there we got even a couple of Sam Raimi-esque shots where we get some close-ups of eyes, especially her when she's thinking about when she pulls the pin out, get the close-up of her eyes and stuff. Those are some good stuff, you know.
Yeah. And
Mhm.
when she's like in line to go to the bathroom and the little girl kind of like notices him
Mhm.
standing in the aisle, I think that was a kind of a good
Mhm.
one too. Kind of
Oh
really
yeah, and we
spooky.
see him. Yeah, and he like sees her and clocks it, and then like goes and sits down.
She
Then
like
later in the
sensed the stranger danger.
then later in the movie when she's running from him, she throws her bag in the aisle to trip him.
Yep.
Yes. What a hero of a little
I was
girl.
just
Yeah,
about to say she's a little hero, that one.
yeah, that
Yeah.
was really cool. That's good stuff. Those kids freaking cracked me up. Those 2005 kids, because that was kind of
Yeah.
our age range, Derek. We'd be around
Uh-huh.
there.
Yep.
So that was kind of us.
Yeah. Well, it was one of them was Kyle Gallner, and I
It was, yeah.
recognized the
I
other
saw that.
kid from Holes.
Yeah, John Holes.
So
His middle name is
What
A.
a You're ridiculous.
It took you just too long to put it together.
Oh, I put it together. That one comment sent it over the edge.
John A. Holes. So stupid. Um, yeah, that was good. I like that shit too. And also Marco Beltrami did the music, same, composer of Scream. And this movie was also edited by Patrick Lussier, who edited all of the Scream movies. And I think actually every Wes Craven movie after Scream. And Stuart Levy also assisted edited. And Patrick Lussier is a director as well, who's done like Drive Angry and My Bloody Valentine 3D and what's the one I'm just can't stop. Oh, Dracula 2000. All Patrick Lussier. But yeah, that's Red Eye, guys. What are we thinking? It's a nice, tight little thriller.
It is.
yeah.
Uh I mean, I can go first. That's fine.
Yeah, that's usually tradition.
It is. So I thought the acting in this was flawless. I have no notes. Obviously, the directing was spot on. This movie had all the things you want to see in a movie. It had the thrills, the chills, a little bit of,
Some action.
fun bits.
Yep.
Yep, the action. So it was a solid movie. I don't want to go too crazy on this, but I'm gonna give this movie I'm gonna give it an 8. It was a good
Yeah,
watch.
it's definitely an upgrade from last week, right?
Yeah, a couple points.
Lydia, what do you think?
I think this movie is a 10 for me. It's a 10. It's there's nothing wrong with it. It's a Wes Craven movie with brilliant acting, brilliant story, just everything. There's not I can't even give it anything lower than a 10. Also, I would like to take this
Nice.
moment to just propose to Cillian Murphy because I love him so much.
Listen, he's married. You're basically married. It's not gonna happen. But while we're on the subject, Rachel McAdams. Hear me out. Yeah, guys, I'm with you, Derek. I'm also gonna give it an 8. This is a great one. This is a great Wes Craven movie. It's a uh overlooked one because it's not straight horror. It's a thriller. But it's definitely scary. It's definitely intense. It has some scares in it. But it is and it's got some action and some comedy, and it's just one of his overlooked movies that I think gets slept on, and critics really liked it when it came out. Audiences liked it. I mean, it made $100 million basically at the box office, so it was a well received film. And I really enjoyed it as well. I'm going to give it an 8. I think it's in the upper echelon of like Wes Craven movies. It's not obviously in the upper echelon of his horror films, but it's really good. It's a really, really solid movie. And it's definitely one I'll watch again and again. I think it's coming out in 4K, so I'm going to buy it when the 4K releases. Derek, so you happy you watched this one then finally, eh?
I am. Also, just to kind of like recap this, because we sometimes talk about it by the numbers. So the budget for this movie was 26 million. Worldwide, it
Hmm.
grossed 96 million. So it had a good rate of return. So
Yep. Yeah, it was a really solid hit, and I really enjoyed it. That is Wes Craven's uh, Red Eye. Also, we have to say that the screenplay was written by Carl Elworth. He also wrote Disturbia, which is a movie that we've also done in this podcast.
mm-hmm.
So he's good at writing tight thrillers.
Yep.
So guys, there you have it. Red Eye. You should go check it out. It's a lot of fun. We all really enjoy it. But now we're going to make this movie critic proof. And we're going to Atkinize this thing.
Thrill me.
Who would Tom Atkins play in Red Eye?
I'm gonna have to say your dad.
My dad?
No,
My dad's
her
not
dad.
in this, Derek.
Only because I don't want to replace.
I
He
would
would
agree.
be an awesome Killian or that character, but I wouldn't want to
Jackson,
replace
yeah.
him. Yeah.
Yeah,
So I'm
no,
gonna go
I
with her
agree.
dad.
He would be. I'd have to replace Brian Cox, unfortunately for him. But yeah, he had to be the dad,
Mm-hmm.
right? Would you
For
agree,
sure.
Lydia?
Yeah.
So whose turn to pick is it? Oh, Lydia, it's your turn to pick.
Nope, it's my turn to pick.
It's Derek's turn.
Wait, no, Derek picked Leprechaun.
Nope, she did.
Oh, you picked Leprechaun? Oh shit! It just was so bad. I assumed it was Derek.
That is so mean.
But true. So Derek, what are we watching next week?
All right, guys, we're gonna go biblical one more time, or the next time until the time after that.
Yeah, because there's a lot of them.
Yeah, so we're gonna go back to 2010, and we're
Okay.
gonna watch a little movie called Legion with Paul Bettany.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I remember Legion.
Yep.
Okay.
Dennis Quaid's in this movie. Got kind of a tight cast.
Yeah, I remember this movie. Haven't seen it in a while.
Yep.
All right. Where's
Netflix.
that streaming?
Netflix looks like. And then you can get it on any of the other platforms like Apple TV, Amazon Prime, but it looks like it's streaming on Netflix.
Okay, so Legion next week with Paul Bettany. I haven't seen this since it came out, actually.
It's been a while,
So
yeah.
yeah, so check that out. Be sure to follow us online at HiLaProductions.com. You can follow us on Facebook at HiLa Productions. Comment down below your thoughts on Red Eye. What'd you think? Was it as good as we think it is? Tell us what movie you want us to do next. We have a couple more Wes Craven movies we can hit up. We have 2 more Screams. Well, 1 more Wes Craven Scream to do. And then we have Wes Craven's New Nightmare to do once we get to that one. We have Last House on the Left to do. We have My Soul to Take, which was actually episode 0 of this podcast, so we actually have to do it. So there's quite a few left of Wes Craven's Swamp Thing. So there's some Wes Craven stuff left. But let us know your thoughts on this and what movies you want us to do in the future. Also, we are hard at work on both Secret and Admirer. We have some stuff lined up for that. We're currently still in pre-production on that one, trying to get the funding. You can watch the opening scene at the end of this. It's right here. So definitely check that out. And we are currently in pre-production also on the short that will go before cameras before the end of this year. So there's some real exciting stuff, high stakes. A lot of interesting stuff coming up with high stakes, so stay tuned for that. So until next week, for Derek Lemaster and Lydia Judy, I'm Jamie Hiles. Remember, if you're going to scream bloody movies. And scene.